I feel so lost right now. I, male 38, have been with my wife, female 28, for 9 years and married for the last 3. I loved her more than life itself, and we had a great relationship. She was my best friend and my soulmate. Just last week, I saw a questionable text message on her phone, which led me to discover a text thread 29,000 texts long. Turns out she's been having an affair for almost 2 years on and off with a coworker. 2 years. I saw unspeakable messages and pictures, and I've been totally destroyed. She was telling him she loved him and that they had a deep connection, etc. I feel so alone and have no one to talk to. She's been staying at her parents since I told her to get out of the house we own together. We had one sit down where we talked for about an hour, and she wants to try to save our relationship. She wants to begin marriage counseling and says she's cut off all contact with the other guy. She says she's willing to install trackers on her phone and whatnot, but I don't want to play prison warden with someone I should trust. She has apologized profusely, but how can I trust anything she says? I told her I need to be alone and that I'm not sure I can be strong enough to even try to reconcile. She told me she is resigning from her job to show she's serious. It's a very prestigious position that is coveted. I was able to find out the other guy is married with a child and reached out to his wife today. She had no idea, and we had a bit of a cry together on the phone. It actually felt good to talk to someone, even though I felt horrible bringing her into the news of this. I don't know what to do. We have no kids, but an awesome house that would be difficult to make payments on solo. Update. She came over last night to talk. Apparently our marriage wasn't as good as I thought, as she showed me a diary she has kept for years. It was filled with times where we had issues that I brushed under the rug. I was kind of shocked as I didn't realize how long the diary was. It was almost as if I forced myself to forget the bad times. She was seeing a therapist about some issues. I always knew that. And was suicidal briefly. I did not know that. She showed me a timeline with data to back it up. The affair was on and off of the almost 2 years they were only active, about 1/3 of it. This does not excuse anything and actually makes me feel almost worse. She respects our separation but wants to avoid divorce when I brought it up. After talking, she did say she would give me a clean divorce if that's what it took to start over. FYI, we have split everything 50-50, so it wouldn't be too messy. The house is the only thing that, and I've made it absolutely perfect, as it was a new construction for us. She isn't going to resign, as in quit fully, but step down from a position and transfer to a new department to fully avoid the other person. It would, however, be a $30,000 pay cut. We do the same job and make nearly the same amount of money, but she has a much higher earning ceiling than I do. I think to myself, there is no way I can take her back. Then I think I absolutely should try. Then I flip again and again and again. I have no idea what to do. I signed up for an individual therapy session. I've never done anything like that, but I'm going by myself to try and get clarity. She's been staying at her parents', but that obviously won't be forever. Let's see how the community responds. First up, things I wish I had done. Go no contact for as long as you can. At least a couple of weeks. Try and take care of yourself. Go to a counselor ASAP. You need some space to process the trauma. Good move kicking her out. Good call contacting the other betrayed spouse. She deserves to know the truth. Contact a lawyer even if you decide to stay and work on it. Get some advice. Tell her you want all of the story at one time to not trickle truthing, which is like scraping a scab off of a massive flesh wound. She just set off a nuclear bomb in your life, so you need some time to process everything. I'm sorry you guys are going through this, but you will get through it. Someone else chimes in. 2-year affair and she was telling him she loved him, and she only admitted it after getting caught. It's over, OP. She doesn't love you. Marriage to you is her security. The other man is married with a child and not really available to her, but she has been in love with him for 2 years. If he were single or divorced, do you think she'd be trying to save your marriage? You need to ask yourself that honestly. You got with her when she was only about 19 and you were about 29. That's a pretty big maturity gap, and that can create a lot of issues. It's a much bigger problem than if a 38-year-old started a relationship with a 28-year-old, because in the latter case, both parties have typically been independent adults for several years and have typically been in serious relationships with other people before. Not so when the younger party is only about 19. Another community member wants to say this. There's something important that every married cheating victim needs to know. Getting a divorce and choosing whether to give her a second chance are not the same thing and the same decision. Regardless of whether you want to never see her again or try to fix your relationship, you should divorce her. You need to protect yourself, and you also need to make sure she's committed to you and the relationship, and not to avoiding the consequences of losing her legal status as your wife. If she actually wants to fix things, she will be willing to give you an easy and fast divorce. You yourself said that you thought she was your soulmate and things were great. She cheated on you the majority of your marriage without you knowing. You can't trust that she isn't lying and protecting herself now. One more person wants to say, first off, I'm so sorry this happened to you. Deep down, you know what to do. She was cheating on you for over 2 years. That is not someone that is remorseful for cheating on you. Rather, she is sorry that she got caught. Had you not caught her when you did, it would have still been going on. Contact divorce lawyers and please get tested to ensure she did not give you anything due to her actions. Also, please make sure she doesn't quit her job. It will make things much more difficult in divorce proceedings. I hope you find peace.